Good evening, Bahamas. On the broadcast tonight. A man on bail for murder is shot dead. Plus, owners of a new multi-million-dollar entertainment complex express concern about the state of the New Providence landfill. And the Bahamas gears up to host the biggest sporting event to hit its shores.
Our news is brought to you by Alive, the nation's newest and best LTE network.
Good to be alive.
Welcome to our news, the weekend edition, and thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Knowles. A young man on bail for murder was fatally shot here in the capital last night. It was shortly after 10 p.m. when police received reports of a shooting in the area of Nassau Street near Meadow Street. Assistant Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez says when officers responded to the scene, they discovered the victim's body on the ground just in front of New Oriental Cleaners.
On arrival, they met the lifeless body of a male appeared to be in his mid-20s with a apparent gunshot wound to the body. He was lying just behind me. EMS personnel came and confirmed that he was dead.
A portion of the busy Nassau Street was blocked off as detectives combed this area looking for clues to piece together this incident. Fernandez says they have no motive for the shooting and are appealing to the public for any assistance, especially from anyone who may have been in the vicinity at the time of the shooting. However, Fernandez was able to confirm some information about the victim.
We know that he is being monitored and he is presently on bail for a serious matter. So that is what we know now. We know who the deceased is, and we just want to respect the family at this time before we do an official identification. But we know exactly who the deceased is, and we know that he is being monitored and he is on bail for a serious matter.
Once the victim was carted away from the scene, officers placed dirt on the ground to cover the blood-stained spot where his lifeless body laid. The assistant commissioner did not say what specific murder the victim was suspected of committing.
Nobody is in custody at this time, and you could see a number of officers, including the detectives and uniform branch. You have Superintendent Curry, who is in charge of this general area for the Nassau Street area. This come under his remit. He have his officers as well, and we are on the ground, and we are moving in this area to see what information that we could come up with to assist in advancing the investigation.
Meantime, officers are also investigating two separate armed robberies yesterday. In the first incident, a woman was robbed of her black 2007 Toyota Passo vehicle, license plate number AD7279, as she sat in her car while on Dennis Court off Seabreeze Lane. Police say three males approached her with handguns and also robbed her of her cell phone and purse before fleeing in her vehicle. In the second incident, it was around 11:30 last night when a man along with a female friend were sitting in his dark-colored Honda vehicle on Yamakura Beach when two men armed with handguns approached in a silver Honda Accord and robbed him of his vehicle. Fortunately, no one was injured in either incident. Police investigations into these matters are ongoing. Well, concern and outrage over the state of the New Providence landfill seems to have blown away by the May general election and the change in government. However, as a multi-million-dollar business gets set to open its doors next year, the business owners say they are joining with residents in their ongoing concern over the landfill. Our Christina McNeil tells us more.
The Atavist Group last week revealed plans to open the doors of its $42 million Superplex Theater and Entertainment Complex on a 6-acre plot of land overlooking Lake Cunningham. While the land may be considered a prime plot, it also happens to be just west of the New Providence landfill, right in the line of fire of toxic smoke and fumes that sometimes emanate from the dump. Chairman and CEO of the Atavist Group, Carlos Folks, says that fact has not gone unnoticed.
Once we started construction here, we said, let's observe the situation over time. We also have absolute intent to get involved in the local community. We are now citizens of this community area. And as corporate citizens, we want to join with the other corporate members and even the local residents and petition the government to continue to do whatever they can to ensure that the dump doesn't get out of hand.
A massive fire broke out at the landfill earlier this year, blanketing nearby Gladstone Road and Jubilee Gardens in thick smoke, causing residents and some businesses to evacuate. Folks says the group is taking all measures and spending millions to ensure that business and patrons will not be impacted if there's another fire at the landfill.
What we have done internally is we've decided to upgrade our HVAC system, heating, ventilation, air conditioning system. We originally planning an investment of $2.4 million into that system. That's now over $3 million to take on some additional filtration, some increase in the dedicated air, outdoor air handling system. So when it sucks in the air, we can filter out any particulates in the air and the air comes in clean into the building.
However, if the area is impacted by toxic smoke, Folks says he has a solution for that also.
If it happens in the future, and we really hope it doesn't, but if it does, the members of the community, they can come out of their homes and probably come and hang out on the property with us until you get the all clear from the local authorities.
Meanwhile, Folks says a part of joining the community off Gladstone Road is also taking an active part in shaping the area moving forward. That may include additional investment in roadworks and altering the flow of traffic.
I have here in front of me the plan to expand the lane, which is currently 2 lanes, to a 4-lane scenario. So we will essentially continue the corridor from Bahama Drive right down to the entrance of our facility. All right, so you'll drive into 2 lanes round the roundabout here onto our facility and up at the entrance, in which case you can either valet park your car or go to the parking lot and walk into the building.
The Fusion Superplex is expected to open in the first quarter of 2018. Reporting for our news, I'm Christina McNeil.
Thanks, Christina. And we'll take a break here, but still ahead, celebrating the close ties between the Bahamas and the U.S. as that country prepares to celebrate its independence, and the bust of the first governor of the central bank is unveiled. Those stories and more when our news returns.